Hello everyone, it's nice to meet you again with the Disney Artist channel. In today's video it will be the character King Stefan from the movie Sleeping Beauty. King Stefan is a character from Disney's 1959 animated feature film Sleeping Beauty. He is the placid and dignified husband of Queen Leah and the father of Princess Aurora. After Stefan decided not to invite the evil fairy Maleficent to his daughter's christening, she cursed Aurora to die from pricking her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel, inciting the king's 16-year-long struggle to protect his child from the fulfillment of a cruel prophecy. Stefan is based on the king from Charles Perrault's 1697 fairy tale La Belle au Bois Dormant. Animators John Lounsbury and Milt Kahl were hired to animate Stefan. An early outline described Stefan as bemused but dignified, stickler for form. Hans Conried originally voiced the character in a demo recording of the deleted song It Happens I Have a Picture. But Taylor Holmes was ultimately cast for the final version as his last film, occurring 8 months before his death. Nevertheless, Conried ended up doing live-action reference for the character. He had previously worked on this post, having to perform live-action reference for the two characters he voiced in Peter Pan, Captain Hook and George Darling. King Stefan's personality can be difficult to pinpoint. For the most part, he is shown to be a humble and debonair figure, a suave and loving patriarch, and a more forceful side of the kingdom's monarchy that consists himself and his wife, Leah. When confronted by the evil Maleficent, he mostly remained silent, but with a stern, stoic, and fairly intimidating expression. Aside from that scene, he is seen as a placid man for the most part, specifically during his scenes with King Hubert, Stefan's jolly and boastful best friend who is the father of his daughter's betrothed, Prince Philip. Despite not being highly intelligent, Stefan does demonstrate some sense of clarity and common sense, as shown when he tried to inform Hubert to slow down with their plan to have their children marry until they get better acquainted, being the voice of reason of the duo. Furthermore, he also told Hubert that he didn't even see Aurora after being separated from her for 16 years. Stefan is also protective of his kingdom and family, especially when he wanted to ensure the safety of Aurora, due to the curse Maleficent had inflicted on his daughter. However, much like Hubert, Stefan is also sometimes wrathful, argumentative and rude, as evident when he rudely pushed his maitre d' minstrel aside, got into an argument with Hubert over the future of their children and kingdom, and when he laughed at Duke, who ripped his tuncos, and neither Stefan or Leah showed any empathy towards their majordomo's indignity, despite good intentions. An example of both his impulsiveness and incompetence is that he had all the spinning wheels burned in the kingdom, which one of the fairies, Merryweather, pointed out that this attempt is not do enough to stop Maleficent. He also happens to be a hypocrite for having contradictions that he did not live up to his desire on trying to protect Aurora, such as burning spinning wheels and criticizing Hubert for being stubborn, when he too is also being equally stubborn and impulsive as Hubert is. Furthermore, Stefan is also shown to be a bit of a worrier, as demonstrated when he is still fearing for Aurora's life from Maleficent, even if he was trying to ensure his daughter's safety. Nevertheless, despite his curmudgeon and impulsive traits at times, Stefan is also shown to be strongly caring and devoted to his family, kingdom, and to all of his servants, including Duke and Minstrel. After many childless years, the rulers of the unnamed European medieval kingdom, King Stefan and Queen Leah, give birth to a daughter, whom they name Aurora. In honor of her birth, Stefan and Leah proclaim a grand celebration throughout their kingdom and arrange a christening, to which they invite their lifelong friend King Hubert and his young son Philip. During the christening, Stefan and Hubert decide to betroth their children so that when they grow up, their marriage will unite their kingdoms. Stefan and Leah have also invited the three good fairies, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather, so that they can bestow magical gifts on Aurora. Just as Merryweather is about to present the princess with her last gift, the celebration is interrupted by the arrival of evil fairy Maleficent, who casts a curse on Aurora, decreeing that she will prick her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel and die before sunset on her 16th birthday. Enraged, Stefan commands his guards to seize Maleficent, who disappears before they can get to her. Merryweather uses his gift to soften Maleficent's curse so that Aurora will not die, but will instead fall into a deep sleep until true love's kiss breaks the spell. Still fearing for his daughter's life, Stefan orders all the spinning wheels in the kingdom to be burned, in which the three good fairies realize this decision isn't enough to stop Maleficent. As a result, they come up with a plan to hide Aurora from Maleficent until the curse expires. Stefan and Leah reluctantly agree to give Aurora to the fairies, who secretly take her to a secluded cottage deep in the forest and rename her to Briar Rose. With their daughter gone from the castle, Stefan and Leah plunge into loneliness and sadness, but as Aurora's 16th birthday draws near, the entire kingdom begins to rejoice, knowing that Maleficent, who found out about Aurora's disappearance, is unable to find her, and believing that her curse will not come true. On Aurora's 16th birthday, Stefan awaits for his now teenage daughter's return to his castle. Feeling with shame, he apologizes to Hubert for his past reckless actions and for constantly worrying about Aurora. While in the dining room drinking and with the court composer, minstrel, drinking to himself, Hubert reveals that upon Aurora's return, she and Philip shall be instantly wed and move to another home, which is already built. This frustrates Stefan into initially opposing their original plan to have their children marry soon, as he wanted to see Aurora and suggested Hubert that their children should get to know each other. And upon Hubert stating what if Philip doesn't like Aurora, the two monarchs begin to quarrel with each other. Stefan loses his temper and threatened to declare war on Hubert, but after Hubert grabs a fish as a weapon, it leads to the two kings laughing and quickly making up for their immature behavior by realizing they're fighting over nothing. Later in the film, Stefan is subsequently put to sleep by the fairies, though unknown to him and the others. Aurora pricked her finger and is in a state of sleep, so that he will wake upon Aurora's awaking, along with Hubert, Leah, and the other residents of the kingdom. However, it is prior to Hubert telling him what Philip had told him on A Peasant Girl, she is Aurora in reality, though neither he nor Philip were able to realize this. Afterwards, King Stefan is not seen again until the end of the film, just after Maleficent's demise at the hands of Philip, that allows Stefan to wake up from his slumber, along with Hubert, Leah, and the other residents in the kingdom that were all freed by Philip's true love's kiss on Aurora. Stefan, Leah, and Hubert share a happy reunion with Aurora and Philip, and the three watch their children dance. King Stefan appears in the Keys to the Kingdom segment of the 2007 direct-to-video film Disney Princess Enchanted Tales, Follow Your Dreams. He is first seen in the beginning of the segment, talking to Aurora about him, Leah, Hubert, and Philip going out of town for the royal conference for 2 days, where Hubert is due to give a speech, before asking his majordomo, Duke, about the arrangements he made for the kingdom and for the royal conference. When Duke ripped his tunkos, Stefan and Leah rudely mocked at his indignity without showing empathy towards him. After Stefan leaves with Philip, Hubert, and Leah, Aurora is given the keys to the kingdom, and with a little advice from Duke, she becomes a temporary ruler for Stefan and Leah. Though he is seen unsure and worried if Aurora can rule, but she comforts her father. King Stefan is then seen at the end of the first segment, arriving back from the royal conference, along with King Hubert, Queen Leah, and Prince Philip, when Duke comes running to the carriage and told him that he saw giant chickens, green pigs, and cows in the throne room. At first, Stefan was confused about what Duke said, but he told his master to check the throne room immediately. But when Stefan, Leah, Hubert, Philip, and Duke all arrive in the throne room, there were no animals, and Stefan frustratingly asks Duke if he sees any cows, to which his majordomo said there's none. Stefan is seen at the end of the first segment, sitting next to Hubert at the royal banquet, alongside the other major characters as they talk about the rumor about cows and green pigs, as Philip mentions giant chickens. He starts laughing, along with the fairies, Duke, Hubert, Leah, Philip, and Aurora. He makes an appearance in Chibi Tiny Tales for their retelling of Sleeping Beauty. He is also featured as a crew member in Disney Speedstorm and can be featured in the Sleeping Beauty story for Tapestry Puzzle Solution in Disney Dreamlight Valley. Although King Stefan and Queen Leah do not appear in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, Their thrones are present in the castle hall, where Tara faces the wheelmaster unversed. Stefan is the first character from the Disney animated features canon who was a side character in his original appearance, but is portrayed as an antagonist in the live-action adaptation. There was originally a scene that was to have taken place in the beginning where King Stefan and King Hubert argue about the future of their children and compare the virtues of their young children. A song called "It Happens I Have a Picture" heard in the second disc of the 2008 Platinum Edition DVD of Sleeping Beauty in the Legacy Collection, Sleeping Beauty. Spoken by Hans Conried as King Stefan and Bill Thompson and King Hubert. The way he and Hubert were laughing was repeated in The Sword in the Stone with Sirs Pellinor and Ector. Stefan is the first father of a Disney princess to be alive, followed by King Triton, Maurice, the Sultan, Chief Powhatan, F.A. Joe, King Frederick, King Fergus, Chief Tui, and Chief Benja. First is to fill the skin, then color the black hair and wear the boots for King Stefan. Next is to wear the king outfit for King Stefan. Next is to draw the hairstyle, then attach the mouth for King Stefan. Finally is draw the head to make the face, then attach the black beard and wear the crown for King Stefan. So the character King Stefan from the movie Sleeping Beauty has been completed. Now, if you like this video tutorial, please remember hit the like and subscribe button to receive the new notify. At the same time, please download the app and go to the website DisneyStore to shopping online as well as Disney Plus to watch some movies and TV shows for free, used by many peoples of the world. Okay, we'll see you again tomorrow, so thanks for watching and goodbye everyone.